now on KCRA3.
Very extreme fire behavior.
A wall of smoke and flames, a county fire triples in size despite an army of resources. Firefighters struggling to contain this fire.
So this is quite close.
Flames creeping closer to homes. Evacuation orders expand. Residents unsure of what they'll return to.
And we're seeing a shift in the winds. I'll let you know what that means for the fire danger coming up.
Where the news comes first. This is KCRA3 News at 6.
Thick black smoke blanketing several northern California counties, an eerie scene as the county fire explodes in size, reaching 22,000 acres overnight. That's triple the size of when it first sparked yesterday in Yolo County. Evacuations expanding today, and those living in Yolo and Napa are now under mandatory evacuation orders. Evacuation advisories are also in place for Solano County. Firefighters warning residents to be prepared to leave at a moment's notice.
Homeowners watching as the flames move closer and closer to their houses. The fire moving at a ferocious pace, 1,000 acres an hour. Crews attacking from the ground and with multiple airdrops. We have live team coverage of this fire and the weather conditions today that are increasing the fire dangers. And
we begin with KCRA3's Mike Lurie, who is live at the front lines of the county fire. Mike?
Well, Kathy, I'm wearing this mask now because of all the smoke that's filling the air, making it difficult to breathe. The winds have actually shifted in the last hour or so, now coming from the west, creating all this gray, thick smoke that's now in the air and also triggering health and safety warnings for residents in 3 counties.
Flames touch the sky in Yolo County, where this blaze is burning close to country homes and a ranch land run by Gregorio Pilayo, whose cattle are now penned up here for safety.
The fire is coming down. I want to put in the other ranch. This got another ranch.
So the cattle may be on the move again, trying to stay ahead of the imminent danger posed by the county fire that has nearly tripled in size in just 24 hours' time. This Yolo County fire is burning very fast, fueled by some very fickle winds that can shift at a moment's notice. And the vegetation here is so dry, it's already burned through more than 1,000 acres an hour. That's why CAL FIRE has launched a full-fledged assault on the county fire, with a dozen helicopters dropping water from above, while more than 24 hand crews are battling the blaze on the ground, looking for hot spots and flare-ups that can cause trees to burst into flames.
Some of these spots will smolder for a while, so we are trying to get a control perimeter around the fire to make containment line. Some of these lines will be butted up against things that will be burning and smoldering for days.
There is plenty of fuel for this hungry fire that seems to consume everything in its path. And CAL FIRE is warning tonight we are now seeing more extreme fire behavior across the state.
We're seeing longer fire seasons. We're seeing less snowpack during the winter times. In California alone, we're seeing steadily climbing average annual temperatures that are higher than they've been in the past.
And back here live in Yolo County, where you can see that burnt orange sunset because of all the thick gray smoke that is filling the sky here now that the winds are coming out of the west. Meanwhile, the containment here, not really a much improved picture at all. We're just talking 0% containment until CAL FIRE updates those numbers. Reporting live in Yolo County, Mike Lurie, KCRA3 News.
Yeah, some really challenging conditions out there, Mike. So do we know yet the cause of the county fire?
Kathy, they say that fire is still under active investigation. They're exploring all avenues here, but we know historically from the past and based on experience, CAL FIRE says that 95% of all wildfires are actually caused by humans.
All right, I'm Mike Lurie this evening. Thanks for that live report. Meanwhile, the shifting winds are increasing the fire danger. So let's head over to Dirk Verdorn with more on the weather conditions that are impacting fire conditions right now.
Yeah, well, it's impacting Mike right now. With that shift in the winds, we're seeing the smoke starting to be pushed around just a little bit. So this is where we are. We're talking about the location of the county fire. You can see right there, just basically right along the line there of Yolo County and Napa County is where we're seeing most of the smoke being formed by this fire. Currently, we have temperatures still. It's been a hot day today. We've had several areas, including Lower Lake area, where we got up to 100 degrees today. We're still at 95 degrees in the Brooks area. Hidden Valley Lake is at 96 degrees, and you work your way into the valley. Woodland still 100 degrees, 99 in Yuba City. That's just an indicator of the kind of heat that the firefighters are having to deal with right now. And with that heat comes humidity. Now, it's actually a little bit better. And again, that's because of the shift in the winds. Still very dry conditions in Hidden Valley Lake, but look at this. Lakeport's 35%, 42 in Cloverdale, 36 in Healdsburg, Woodland 35%, Sacramento 38%. So we are starting to see humidities get up a little bit, so that will help the situation. But what doesn't really help so much is the winds. Now we have a shift in the wind. We have seen those winds now moving more from the west and from the southwest. And so what this is doing to the smoke is starting to push it into the valley. And so you can see that smoke as it develops and makes its way across Yolo County, and it's heading towards Sacramento County. So tonight and into tomorrow, we could be dealing with that smoke, where we went from a northerly breeze with that smoke plume making its way through the Bay Area and out into the Pacific. Now we're going to start seeing that smoke plume make its way into the valley and start to fill up places in the valley. So as long as that fire keeps going, this is going to be a problem, and we could be dealing with that smoke through Monday and possibly beyond. That's the latest here. Now back over to you.
Yeah, wide-ranging impact, Dirk. Thanks. Well, as the dry, hot conditions fuel the county fire, those living in its path have left their homes or are prepping to get out.
KCRA 3's Tish Palmadesi talked with those living in the small town of Brooks, which is just a quarter mile from visible flames.
This is as bad as I've seen it.
As the county fire continues burning, crossing lines from Yolo into Napa County, several mandatory evacuations are in place, including residents off County Road 78A in Yolo County.
Yeah, they see this is really starting to burn.
Even with flames within a quarter mile of his home, Frank Greer stays behind, working throughout the night and morning, watering down wood piles and watching the movement of the fire line.
I've got a fire break around that fence, but when you get a fire this bad, that's not a lot that's going to stop it.
You know, this is one of these asphalt tile roofs, so if this catches fire, that's trouble.
Frank's neighbors Andrew Langford and his wife Leora did evacuate, but came back to check on the fire's progress.
When we evacuated and we're looking back from over there, it started to come right over the hills and come down this way. So this is quite close.
A quarter mile away, fire crews worked to stop the blaze from reaching Frank and Andrew's homes, setting back fires to reduce the amount of dry, long grass that acts as fuel.
Like I said, if you were my family member, I would tell you to evacuate.
While talking with residents, fire crews also made visits, checking to make sure evacuation orders were received and understood.
Sometimes people get a false sense of safety because they have defensible space. But when fires start spotting a half a mile away, winds pick up, then nobody's safe.
Andrew and his wife checked on their property and planned to leave. Frank, well, he promised fire crews he would be packed and ready to go if the fire got any closer.
I will stay until it looks like we have to really leave and pack my kitty up and head to town.
In Yolo County, Tish Palmadesi, KCRA 3 News.
And to keep track of the wildfires here in Northern California and to get push alerts sent directly to your phone, just download the free KCRA 3 app. And we are following some breaking news out of Sacramento. A second alarm grass fire is burning on Junipero Street. Multiple commercial vehicles, we are told, are on fire. And this is what the fire looked like just moments ago. But here is a live look at the scene right now. Our cameraman who is at the scene tells us that at least 7 vehicles were burned. We can see firefighters continuing to spray water onto some of these hot spots, these smoldering debris still there. But it appears that they have this one under control and should have this one wrapped up very soon.
Also in Sacramento right now, firefighters say they have contained a fire at a garbage dump. It was burning on Florin Perkins Road. A large bin with mattresses and carpets caught fire. No reports of any injuries, and we still don't know how this one started. Now to a deadly fire at an auto shop in Sacramento. It happened on 18th Avenue, not far from Power Inn Road, at a business called Valencia's Upholstery. In this video tweeted out by the Sacramento Fire Department, you can see there charred cars as crews work to put out the flames. Right now, we are told one person was killed. Another person is still missing. It's unclear what started this fire. And now to some incredible video of a house fire in Stockton, straight from the helmet camera of the firefighters. Take a look at this. A 2-story home went up in flames yesterday, and you can see there the firefighters entering the smoky and fiery building with narrow passageways. They maneuvered over debris as the flames flared up above their heads. As crews reached the second floor, they were met with heavy fire and thick black smoke. And then in the backyard, a dog was stuck in its cage as the flames inch closer. Crews were able to rescue the animal. No injuries were reported.
Rare sight to see that kind of footage.
Yeah. All right, so breaking news in the world of sports. LeBron James coming to California. Michelle Dapper has more on the deal he just signed. Still ahead in sports.
Plus, an up-close look at armored vehicles, some face and body painting, and cupcakes, what the city of Rancho Cordova is celebrating today. Well, flashing lights, huge trucks, and even a helicopter. Those were just some of the big draws today in Rancho Cordova as the city celebrated its big birthday. KCRA 3's Leticia Ordaz gives us an up-close look at the Unity in the Community event and the sweet treat they celebrated with.
Rancho Cordova turns 15 today.
This is 15 years as a city. We just, it took us so long to get to cityhood, and now it's hard to believe that it's actually been 15 years.
Mayor Linda Budge says the city is thriving on this big anniversary.
As the economy has rebounded, we have seen so many new stores, new houses. Things are really booming again. We've had new companies come to town.
In honor of the special occasion in Rancho Cordova, staff served up cupcakes at Village Green Park.
It's a wonderful city. They do a lot of great community events, so we enjoy coming down.
It is a huge milestone for us here.
The Rancho Cordova police chief came out with his family and even got into the spirit of things by entering the Kid Zone.
The city really focuses on a sense of community like I've never seen anywhere else.
With city statistics showing a 31% decrease in violent crime and no homicides this year, Rancho Cordova's image is changing, and it's being seen as a more inviting place.
Sacramento is more well known. People know Sacramento on the map because it's the capital, but Rancho Cordova is a great community that people absolutely are recognizing a good place to live.
It's just a great day for everybody to kind of get together and celebrate.
The Sheriff's Department hosted the party by coming out with all of their gadgets, serving up a free barbecue, and connecting with people in the community.
We are people just like everybody else. We're fathers, we're husbands, we're coaches, we live in the community.
The event sure is making a good impression on 5-year-old Wyatt.
He does want to be a police officer.
For now, he'll enjoy his cupcake.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Rancho Cordova.
Rancho Cordova celebrated its big birthday with more than 1,000 cupcakes, but the party isn't over yet. Celebrations are planned throughout the week. In Rancho Cordova, Leticia Ordaz, KCRA 3 News.
And Rancho Cordova is continuing its birthday party celebration at City Hall tomorrow evening at 6:30. The community is invited to stop by and, of course, eat more cupcakes.
Tracking some breaking news right now. Another grass fire has just sparked, and this is a live look from our sky camera. We don't have a lot of information on this one just yet. We are told that this fire isn't far from the grass fire in the southeastern area of Sacramento County that we mentioned not too long ago in our newscast. We do have a crew on the way to the scene right now, and we'll bring you some more information as soon as it comes in. But once again, another grass fire that we are tracking at this hour in Sacramento County.
All right, in the meantime, we're going to check in with meteorologist Durford Dorn for the conditions outside right now.
Yeah, even though we've had a shift in the winds and temperatures are supposed to drop, humidities are supposed to go up, the fire danger is going to remain. And when we have that wind blowing, it's going to cause problems for any fire that's currently going on right now. Right now, conditions temperature-wise, big drop in temperatures in Sacramento. We're down to 83 degrees right now in Sacramento. Stockton's 91 and 95 degrees in Modesto, while Lake Tahoe sitting at 81 degrees. So skies, we're starting to see a little bit more smoke. Again, we've had a shift in the winds, and that's why things are much cooler. You can see that area blue. Yeah, that's working its way in from the Pacific. As we get that westerly flow, it brings in that cooler Pacific air, and temperatures are dropping quite a bit. In fact, Sacramento currently 17 degrees cooler than we were yesterday, while Truckee and Lake Tahoe is actually warmer. So there's some warmer air out there, but it's just that breeze, that shift in the wind influence that's affecting things. So you can see that wind from the southwest in Sacramento. We have a bit of a northwest breeze in Stockton, 14 miles an hour there. Modesto, 16 mile an hour wind, and that's again going to be a cooling breeze, and that'll help temperatures, but it's also going to be bringing in that smoke across the valley. So I think smoke is in our forecast for tonight and into tomorrow. We'll start noticing a little bit more of that. Daytime high temperatures got up to 99 degrees in Sacramento, 98 in Stockton and Modesto. Marysville, 101 degrees. And look at Lakeport, 100 degrees today, while Fairfield only had a daytime high of 82 degrees. Just shows you the influence of the marine layer and temperatures. And so the marine layer is in place. Low cloud cover across San Francisco. We had daytime highs in the mid to low 60s today in the Bay Area. And then you have the smoke, and you can see that smoke plume and how it has been moving from the north to the south. But now we're starting to see that smoke plume work its way through Solano County. So basically covering much of Solano County. And this is going to continue to work its way into the valley as we go through tonight and into tomorrow. Another feature that's showing up here is some showers popping up in the Sierra, mainly through the central Sierra. You can see near the Mammoth Lakes area, the Mono Lake area, and just popping up basically south of Alpine County as we're seeing those clouds and the chance for some rain. Futurecast showing us our weather pattern and the changes that are going to be coming about. So not only do we have that onshore breeze, this ridge of high pressure that's been bringing our heat is moving off to the west. It's going to open the door, allow some cooler air to come down from the north, and that'll continue to drive that nice onshore breeze and keep temperatures. Temperatures going to continue to drop. In fact, we're looking at daytime highs in the 80s by midweek. Here we are Wednesday, nice area of low pressure, no rain and not much in the way of cloud cover, but we will get those cooler temperatures. It's not going to last, though. Here comes a ridge of high pressure moving in from the east, and this is going to bump into California, starting from Southern California and working its way north. It's going to return with the heat by next weekend, with temperatures climbing into the upper 90s, around 100 degrees. While just to the north, we'll have some clouds and much cooler weather. So we're just going to be right there between the dividing line of that cooler and that warmer air mass. 7-day forecast shows plenty of sunshine with temperatures steadily decreasing. 4th of July, we're looking at daytime highs that could be only in the mid-80s for daytime highs and overnight lows in the 50s, so very cool and comfortable overnight. We may see a few clouds on Friday, but still plenty of sunshine as we head into next weekend with temperatures. Again, that's when the heat returns, but a nice little cool down as we hit the holiday there for the 4th.
Great way to spend the 4th of July.
All right. Much needed. All right, Dirk, thanks. Well, Michelle, it's official, right? After all the campaigns and all the wooing.
LeBron's in LA. Big news out of the NBA. LeBron lands in LA while the Kings, they get ready for the California Classic this week. And of course, a thriller in Chicagoland as Kyle Larson aims to shake off Kyle Busch and sweep the weekend. Sports is full speed ahead.
Now, KCRA 3 Sports, powered by Toyota.
Well, hello, Hollywood. King James had to play in the City of Angels. Free agency didn't last long for LeBron James as he agrees to sign a 4-year deal worth $154 million with the Los Angeles Lakers. The 4-time MVP, 14-time All-Star, 3-time Finals MVP, posting to his Instagram story, of course, saying, "Thank you, Northeast Ohio, for an incredible 4 seasons. This will always be home." The Sacramento Kings, meanwhile, hit the hardwood tomorrow night to tip off the California Classic Summer League. The Kings wrapping up their final practice at the Golden One Center practice facility today. Marvin Bagley III practicing as well, of course, officially signing his contract earlier. Harry Giles also getting ready for his first NBA action, and Justin Jackson likes what he sees from this team as he heads into his sophomore season.
It's been fun, obviously to see HG out there playing, to see Marvin out there playing. It's good to kind of have that core group kind of know what's going on already. And then, the other guys, they've come in and worked hard and done some really good things. So I'm looking forward to, getting into it tomorrow and kind of going into Vegas as well.
So here's a look at this week's schedule. The Warriors and Heat tip things off tomorrow night at 6 p.m. while the Kings and Lakers are to follow. The World Cup continues for the round of 16 from Russia, and it's the host country taking on Spain this morning. This one goes to a penalty shootout tied at 3. Denis Cheryshev goes for the shot number 4 here, and he converts. So it all comes down to this, and it's the Russian goalie. Watch this one. The incredible save with his foot at that. Russia erupts as they knock off Spain in penalty kicks. Croatia and Denmark. The winner of this one takes on Russia. Both teams scoring in the first 4 minutes, setting a new tournament record for fastest scoring goals by both teams. But this one also goes to PKs, and it's Croatia successfully converting for the 3-2 victory, advancing to the quarterfinals. The San Francisco Giants looking for the sweep in the desert today. Giants and Diamondbacks are going at it, tied at 2 in the 3rd. Bases loaded for Austin Slater. He delivers a single to right. That drives in Brandon Crawford. Hunter Pence then breaks it open with a double in the 5th inning. As we bust out the brooms today, 9-6 is the final. The Oakland Athletics wrapping up a 3-game set with the Cleveland Indians while putting their 6-game win streak on the line. Bottom of the third, Jed Lowry at the plate hits the fly ball to center. But check out the former Athletic, Rajai Davis, making the great diving catch there for the out. He's still got it. Bottom of the fourth, Matt Olson going the other way, shoots it to left side, plays Chris Davis, but this one was all Cleveland from there. 20 hits, 11 doubles, 15-3 is that final. A heat wave moves across the Northeast, Phillies and Nationals. Look at those temps. Bottom of the 13th, it's the former Granite Bay Grizzly, Andrew Knapp, walking it off for the Phillies. The upper decker there as the Phillies go on to win this one 4-3. Oak Grove's Kyle Larson going for the weekend sweep at Chicagoland. We'll go to the final lap of the race. It was good. A battle of Kyles here. Kyle Rowdy Busch with the lead, but here comes Larson in the 42 car. He drifts up into the 18. Busch goes into the wall as Larson takes the lead. On the drag race down the backstretch, heading into turn 4, Busch uses the chrome horn and bumps into Larson. The 42 spins here. Busch sets sail for the checkered flag. Larson still holds on for second place, though. Things were heating up in Maryland for the final round of the Quicken Loans National. Fans trying to stay cool on the course. Tiger Woods finishing the day pretty strong here. Buries the birdie on the par 4 16th, a round of 66 for Tiger to finish at 11 under and in 5th place. But this day belonged to the overnight leader, Francesco Molinari. The Italian saying ciao to the field on the back 9. He gets things started here on the par 5 10th, the long eagle putt. And he sinks this one. He'd follow that up with 4 straight birdies. So then we go to the 18th, a birdie bid to shoot a round of 61 and hold the largest margin of victory in over 3 years on the tour. It starts on the right line, but hooks left. He taps in for par to claim his first win, by the way, in America.
Nicely
so congrats
done.
to the Italian.
All right, thanks, Michelle.
And we'll be right back. Coming up tonight at 10 and 11, continuing coverage of the massive wildfire in Yolo County. Flames burning out of control, sending up smoke and ash for miles. We'll have the very latest from the fire lines.
Plus, helping homeless students, the program at the University of the Pacific, giving kids a goal for the future. That's tonight at 10 on My 58 and KCRA 3 News at 11.
And want to go back to that breaking news in Sacramento County, where we are following yet another grass fire. And this is a live look from our sky camera. A massive plume of gray smoke starting to spread into the atmosphere. The fire is burning south of Rancho Cordova near Eagles Nest Road and Jackson Road. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says more than 10 units have been deployed to assist. Metro Fire right now. We have a crew headed to the scene, and we'll bring you more information as soon as it comes in.
And before we go, let's get one last look at the weather with Dirk.
Yeah, I think what we're going to notice here as we go through tonight and tomorrow with the shifting of the winds, we are going to be noticing some more smoke. And it's not only going to be coming from the county fire, but as you said, we've got another fire that's out there. These fires are putting smoke into the air. And so that's something you have to be aware of, again, or at least over the next 24 hours or more. Temperatures are going to be dropping with that shift in the winds. That Delta breeze bringing in the cooler air, and daytime highs will be dropping into the mid to low 90s through Monday and Tuesday. By Wednesday, we'll be in the 80s. And it's staying in the 80s through Thursday before we start warming up again towards next weekend, where more triple digits are in the forecast.
And before we go, another update to that fire that we've just told you about. We've been told that it actually jumped Jackson Road right now, and residents in the area are being told to evacuate. Of course, we'll be monitoring this one closely, as well as all the wildfires burning throughout our region.